All right. We might be in luck. I do think. Brew Pilot, what's going on? Gentlemen, somebody let me know when you can see. All right, there we are. We're good to go. Gentlemen, welcome back. And look at this. This is going to be a full house today. We got a whole bunch of people, and I somehow managed to not load the scenery that I wanted to load. So I have no idea why that happened or how that happened, but I swear I selected it, but for some reason I don't have it. Um, Welcome back, guys. Good to see everybody. I know it's been a while. It's been a week. Hey, Kashif, sorry about that, man. But I'm glad you dropped by. Thanks for thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Um, it is time to fire it up. Peter, Buckman, Enzer, Bob, Hans. Man, what a crowd! This is awesome. Brew Pilot, good to see you. We did go over 8,000 people, which still blows my mind. Um, the uh, The astute among you will realize that I'm flying the Baron today, and the reason I'm flying the Baron is just because I think the island is going to be too slow, honestly, for this flight. It's a little bit long of a flight. So let's see if we can get this thing going. I haven't flown this airplane in a long time, but it's a great airplane. So, UN, how are you doing? Nikolai, Sim Update 15 is great. It's been good. Let's go rotating beacon on, mixtures and props, full forward master and battery switches on. We'll go fuel pumps on. Let's wait for the avionics to come up here. All right. Yeah, so this is kind of a longer flight, but it should be a fun one. Beautiful day. Aniket, what's going on? How are you? And UN, UN cracks me up. Flying the A330, a little longer trip, right? So you're gonna take a little longer airplane. All right, so let's take a look outside here, make sure there's nobody out here to kill or maim, and there doesn't seem to be. So we'll go toes on the brakes just to be safe, and I'm gonna go right engine first, and nothing happens. So what have I done? Oh, you know what I've done? Yeah, that's what we did. We forgot to turn the fuel on. Alright, let's give it one more shot here. And that fired right up. That's looking good. Bring the RPMs up 1100. That's looking good. Chris Loach, what's going on? Yeah, Chris, I see the same thing sometimes. I don't quite know um, what it might be, if I'm honest. So there we go. That's a good start as well. Go avionics master on, nav strobe lights on. So I don't know why I didn't, um, why my scenery didn't load. I'm sort of disappointed because this is a cool airport, but it is what it is, right? So we'll get this going, and let's get the CDI over to GPS. And this is a little better than the whatchamacallit, the 530. It's a little cooler. So what's our departure heading? Looks like 130. Another good question would be, Anika, how high is it? How hot is it? Oh, that's right. No, I actually just saw that in the news. Oh man, it was like 124 degrees, I think, which is insane. What am I looking for? Well, that's right. I'm looking for an altimeter setting. Well, let's just do it the lazy way, which is bad. So we're gonna lean the mixtures a little bit for taxi. Do we have a taxi light? We do have a taxi light. So now we can bring the yokes back. This is kind of cool. I love the Baron. The Baron's one of my favorite airplanes in the world. Where is my Parking brake, it's under here. I do believe. Where's my parking brake? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. So let's get matriculating. Solo wing, Matey Ayala, what's going on? And I agree with Bob. It's actually beautiful in New York today. Let's get moving here a little bit. I apologize to this gentleman for murdering him. Test the brakes. Brakes are working. He deserved better, but guess who forgot to turn all the ground trucks and everything off? Me. I did. So what I'm going to do now is try and remember. What I should do is open up Navgraph charts is what I should do. Right. How's everybody? So everybody going? Everybody's up and everybody's up and moving here. Let's go. I'm gonna have to back taxi. It looks like, and it didn't get my my livery. I put a custom livery, and it didn't work apparently. So I believe runway in use is gonna be runway 10. Alright, let me see here. I believe it's going to be runway 10. Winds are 110 at 21. So yeah, so we're going to go runway 10. I'm going to back taxi a little bit. So it looks like, I mean, we've got 20 people in the chat. We got a couple airplanes already moving. We got a bunch of planes. Looks like we got a bunch of planes. And everybody should be visible to everybody else. And the other thing I forgot to do, which I will do before I get going, let me get my landing light on, is to get the, let me do that real quick. General options, traffic, turn on the nameplates, there we go. But yeah, I kind of feel like my liveries in this, oh, you know why I don't have them loaded? I was just gonna say, I kind of feel like my liveries in this flight are not looking real good because most of them are just completely off. But that's all right. We're gonna follow Buckman down here. How much runway do we have? We got a lot of runway, so I'm good. I'm gonna turn around and get matriculating here. I like the Baron, but I was too chicken to fly the D-18 just because I don't want anything. I don't want the airplane to like the engine to seize while I'm flying in the stream. So sorry for clearing my throat in your ears, guys. All right, mixtures props full forward. Fuel pumps are on. Flaps are set for takeoff. Let's bring in takeoff power. And there's takeoff power. Airspeed is alive. We're going pretty much straight out. There's 70 knots. This ground roll is pretty. Wow. Well, I guess I am sort of flying an airplane that I'm not used to flying. Boy, it feels really jumpy. Jim Bridgman is out there in the 182. Alright. Boy, this airplane is really twitchy. let's pull it back here. 25. 25. Let's get on course here. This airplane is twitchy. I don't like that. I wasn't expecting this. Flaps are coming up. We're gonna go gear up as well. May as well, huh? Look at this. This is great. There's Chris Loach in the 414. Well, UN, the good thing is you'll catch us. That's the good thing. 1,000 feet. We'll go fuel pumps off. Go. Make sure I don't get too nose up here. And our on-course heading is 030 or 130. So, how's everybody doing? It's been a while. Had kind of a wacky weekend, and I do apologize to you guys for. Well, for Friday was off and on, off and on, off and on. Eventually was off, and then we got company for the weekend, so I wasn't able to fly Sunday or Monday. And I just wanted to let you guys know I don't take your time for granted. So I do apologize. I don't mean to get everybody excited to fly and then not show up. So hopefully that's not going to happen again in the future. There's 25, 25. Let's go with a nose down here for cruise climb. I think, let's see, 5,500 ought to do it here. For the eastbound portion of the trip. And I can already tell you that flying the Baron was a good idea instead of the Islander, because this would have taken quite a while. Let's see here. PFD options, wind. We want to see some wind. We want to see. Yeah, we want to see option 3. That's exactly what we want to see. Yeah, 20 knot headwind. We would have been struggling in the Islander. We would have been struggling in the Islander. So some kind of weird noise going on here. That's probably that's why. That's why I thought I'd be hearing I thought I was hearing a jet. Because there's one right there. Alright, 4,300 climbing. 5,500. I feel like I've got my window open, honestly. Cow flaps, totally forgot about those. Alright, 5,000 climbing, 5,500. That is loud. I'm going to start nosing it over at about 100 feet to go, which is now. We'll bring it back to 23. I'm just doing ballpark engine numbers here. I don't know what they should be for the Baron, but it's got to be pretty close. 23 squared, you can never go wrong, really. So we'll get ourselves trimmed out here. Make sure flaps are up, gear is up. And that's way too much aileron trim. Alright. So 5,500 it is. Aniket, there is an airplane that does that. Well, there's more than one, but you're thinking probably of the Cirrus SR-22. Do I have a door open, honestly? Can you guys hear that jet really loudly in the stream? Because it is loud. We got Jim Bridgman in front of us flying an IFR altitude. Vision Jet does have a parachute. You're right. I think that Garmin Autoland feature is pretty wild. That is definitely pretty wild. Alright, so we got 12 gallons aside. Not too bad. I don't know if you can, UN, but I think it is what it is. You're burning jet fuel. Those things are loud. I was watching people on Maho Beach at Princess Juliana get knocked over today on the webcam. Mike Coffee, how are you doing, sir? What's going on? So how far ahead of us is Jim? Let's see here. Do I have traffic enabled? I don't know if I do. It's so rare that I fly this airplane. But we got a good... Oh, Jim's got a good head start. Jim's got a good head start. He's halfway there already. What are we making across the ground? Let's see here. 160 knots ground speed. Yeah, that's good. It's not too fast. I didn't want to be like I didn't want to be in something super fast and like get there in 20 minutes because that would be kind of lame. And is that? It looks like that's a reference heading on the HSI here, which is pretty cool. No worries, Mike. I'm just glad you're here, buddy. Good stuff. So we're now at 5,700 feet. So let's go down a little bit. So here we are. It's a cool airplane. We do have traffic enabled. The Baron is one of the planes. Okay, there's Jim. Look at this. Look how much traffic we've got. That's awesome. The Baron is one of those planes that I would buy if I could. Baron is awesome. Awesome airplane. Absolutely awesome. It'd be helpful if I knew, hey, Hans, what's going on? Wait a minute, you were there early. I should have known that. Hans is always like the first one. Let's see, we got one. UN cracks me up. Man, this is awesome. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There might be some more in the back. And Barista Flyer. Do we have a lady flyer with us today? That would be cool. That would be cool. Women are so underrepresented in aviation, but that's really changing too, which is awesome. Willem van Newton. What's going on? Um, let's see. Quite a few. What do I say about quite a few planes? Oh, that I would buy them if I could. Yeah, that's for sure. That is for sure. So what do we got here? ETE 25 minutes. Estimated time en route. That's not estimated time remaining. It would be helpful if your captain had any idea what he was doing. Yeah, it is estimated. I mean, all right, yeah, so that's good. Another 25 minutes. Put us there around about 5 o'clock, my time. So, one of the other things I was thinking about as we were rolling here was that I've sort of gotten away from checking out all of the whatchamacallits, the points of interest in Sim Update 15. So we've got 2 points of interest on Barbados, one of which is the Farley Hill National, what is it? Farley Hill National Park. They're both on the kind of the northeast part of the island. And then we've got the Morgan Lewis Windmill. So we'll go check those out once we get over there. Magnum PI, what's going on? Yeah, Bob, there's a lot of exceptional female aviators out there. And the cool thing about it in aviation is that you don't have to justify yourself. You don't have to prove yourself. Just the fact that you're like, I follow a lot of women airline pilots on, or not even just airline pilots, but a lot of women pilots on Instagram. Um, and hey, goat, we'll do that. We'll do that. We missed it though. We just yeah, Chris, exactly. I'm doing the same thing. But goat, we would have definitely checked out your home on St. Lucia. We just got caught out. We're already gone. But anyway, like I was saying, there's a lot of great. I only follow aviation content on Instagram, and it's like the only social media that I use. And there's a lot of great women pilots. And the cool thing is, like, they don't have to justify themselves because you're not sitting in that seat unless you've got you know, the check rides and the credit, behind you. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, UN can do that. UN can do that. He's flying. He's flying the A330. Which Kamal, which part of St. Lucia are you on? I'm getting a little I'm getting a little bit left the course here. Let's see. It's gotta descend here a little bit. So let me look at my flap speeds. What are my flap speeds? Probably written down somewhere. Landing gear 154, approach flaps 154, full flaps 124, maneuvering speed is 141. Good, good, good. Yeah, no maneuvering, no intentional spins prohibited. You can flat spin this airplane very quickly. For SDA, I'm gonna Google that and find out where you are. Do 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 do. Oh, nice. I don't know why this thing does. It's gotta have counter rotating props, I would imagine. All right, so you're pretty much. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, okay. So you're like kind of middle northish of the island. Um, Kamal, one of the my buddy who flies Islanders in the Caribbean is from St. Lucia. Cool guy. UN, yeah, you can make it to Barbados in time. The 414. So Enzo, you guys can exchange notes on what speeds you're supposed to be flying. Um, on approach. Let's see here. What is? Oh, I can't see it. Yeah, I can see it over here. Let's see. What is that? Like 74 is full flap stall speed. 74. That works for me. So what would be? I gotta set up. I gotta set up views in this plane if I'm gonna fly it. There are times when I feel like I'm kind of like bummed about the fact that I spend so much of my time flying airliners because I would love to spend more time flying this airplane. It's such a cool airplane. Such a cool airplane. UN, his house is north, like kind of right in the middle of the island, towards the north, about 2/3 up the island, I would say. So let's see. All right, using the 5:30 plan, checking out the PMS Free Thursday thing. Yep, maybe at the 1 o'clock. Let's see. SLH Sim Designs, what's going on? How are you? It's so good to see you. So I saw it, and I hope everybody else saw. And that's really cool that you got the bundle going on the marketplace because that's going to give you a ton of exposure, man. That's exciting. Everybody who doesn't, for anyone who doesn't know, SLH Sim Designs is my favorite my favorite airport developer in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Does some awesome sceneries, and TRPG is yeah. SLH, a lot of people in this group have bought the bundle from the previous one or now. We're doing good, man. We're doing good. You know what was funny, SLH, is we were doing some flights, I think like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I had all the nameplates turned on for the planes, and you were sitting in Montserrat. It had a little name tag for you over in the background we could see, and I knew what you were doing, but nobody else did, and I kept quiet. But yeah, TRPG. That's the airport on Montserrat. Great little airport. I can't wait to see what that looks like. What your product looks like because I just haven't gotten a chance to look at it yet. Um, this is my first flight in a week, which is crazy. Nice, Yuan. That's awesome. Um, yeah, Chris, the 435. I mean, it does everything you need to do, but I just hate I just hate twisting knobs. I don't even like the G1000 to be honest with you. Too many buttons, too many knobs. I like touchscreens. I like me some touchscreens. So what do we got here? We got CHTs, we got oil temps, we got what else we got? Oil pressures. Let's see here. Back what? Alright, engine. There's our lead. Oh, I didn't lead my engines, did I? Nope, I didn't. So let's do that, which is pretty poor. we'll just keep pulling back on the old mixtures until we get a, you can see the plane starting to climb because I'm getting more power. Till we get peak EGT. You can see that gallons per hour dropping and dropping and dropping, which is what we like to see. That way we don't spend all of our lunch money. 1520 it is. It was 1520, was it not? So this should be pretty good for leaning. CHTs are fine. Alright, we don't need lean assist. Oh, that's pretty cool though. Alright. So, how far out are we and where am I going? Two questions I don't know the answer to. Yeah, that was pretty funny. So, Chris, or Mike, your ground speed's 140. What are you flying? I gotta get this nose down here. Carmel, what's going on? So Carmel, our good friend UN went over and flew over top of your house in the. He's flying a jet. He's flying the A330. So if you join our Discord and you look in the Discord, there's a section for screenshots, and you'll see the pictures he took of your house, which is pretty, or not your house, but you know the spot where you live, which is pretty sweet. That's really cool. I always get a kick out of it when there's people in the flight that are like where we are actually flying. You know. So what do we got here? Let's check the weather over in Barbados. I'm flying like I'm drunk. Let's see, winds are 090 at 21 knots. Woo. Altimeter is 1013. Let's see here. There we go. So over in that direction is where the Kamal, if you go in, let me see, I can do it. I can find it for you. I'll find it and post it for you. I have to Google myself. Make sure I don't crash while I'm Googling myself. We'll start coming back a little bit on the props and the power, and so that we can get down and see our points of interest. Yeah, okay, so come on, there we are. Yeah, exactly. And Kamal, if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, I apologize. I always like to get it right. We'll bring it back to 19, 21 to 19. Yeah, Buckman, that is absolutely the truth. That is absolutely the truth. And you reminded me, like, so I did a little experiment with the video that I posted today. It's more of like a commentary, and I want to see if people are interested in watching that type of stuff. Because I'm sort of running out of material for like, you know, tech sort of stuff for videos. And Buckman, what you just said is actually one of the things that I've been thinking about for a good like kind of commentary video, because I think there is a lot of value in just common, like, you know, there's so much of the world today is about what we have, what's different, you know, which is fine too. There's value in that as well. But I think hobbies are more than hobbies when they can bring people from all different backgrounds and locations together, and that's one of the things I think is pretty amazing about Microsoft Flight Simulator is it does exactly that. So, UN Mike, what? Oh, Mystique Airways BN2. I actually watched Mystique Airways flight on YouTube. And that's actually going to be one of our it's going to be one of our destinations in the next flight. So we're going to once we get back over to St. Vincent, we're going to go down the Grenadines on the next flight, and that is going to be fun. The Grenadines are an absolute blast. An absolute blast. It's one of my favorite places to fly. And not only is it one of my favorite places to fly, um, there are some really great sceneries for those airports. Once we get Mystique is one of them. I'm trying to remember the names of the other ones. Mystique is one. Then you've got JF Mitchell. You've got Canoan. You've got Union Island, Lauriston. Some absolutely awesome places to fly and land. And let's see here. Now we are on our way here. So first thing we're looking for is the Farley Hill National Park. And one of the cool things about Little Nav Map is it's got ship traffic on there, and I'm not quite sure how it has ship traffic on there, but it does. Yeah, Peter, it's windy over there. It is windy over there. Yeah, the BN2. Mike, I almost decided to fly the Comanche today. I don't own it. I would have had to buy it, but it seems to be highly recommended anyway. A highly recommended activity, purchasing the Comanche. So we're gonna have to eyeball it and see if we see our national park. 2,500 feet. I'll level out. I think about 1,500. Wilbur Hunter, what's going on? How are you doing? You on board or you on dry land? It should be about our 11 o'clock. So we've got a windmill and we've got a national park. The national park should be about our 11 o'clock. The one thing about the Barren is it is not a good platform for sightseeing. But that's all right. Hey, that's all right, Wilbur. It's good to see you anyway. I understand. So let's go. Mixtures forward, and let's see here. Still on board. Good, good, good. The Duke and the TBM 850. You know, it didn't register with me that the same people who did the Duke are the people who did like all those black square planes, right? I mean, hello. And I mean, the Duke is just amazing. The Duke is amazing. All right, so about halfway across the island, we should see the park. Should be right in front of us, pretty much. And then off to the left should be the windmill. Alright. It should literally be right in front of us. That is amazing. Look at that. I'll return to that scene in a second. I'm trying to find the national park here. I think this might be it over here. I think that might be it right there. Nope. Oh, here we go. Look at that. That's it right there. Alright, let's not kill ourselves here. Now, let's go find us a windmill here, fellas. Whoopsie. Can you say accelerated stall? The windmill should be right. Huh, we're gonna have to go around and take another look for the windmill. I didn't see it. Alright, let's see if we can do a relatively steep turn here. And see if we can see. I can't believe, but I couldn't get back to the view real quick, but I couldn't believe how many planes we had. It's just awesome. Let me see here. Should be like right up here somewhere. Should be right here somewhere. Right there, that's probably it. Alright, before we hit a mountain. Gosh, look how good this scenery looks.
500.
Yep, I know. Yeah, matey, is that amazing or what? I mean, the scenery looks unbelievable. UN cracks me up. Alright. See, Barista Flyer in that BN2. Doing just fine back there. Not too. You know, I probably could have flown the Islander and been just fine. But look at this. It's amazing. Captain JJ. amazing. Alright. Now, let's try and figure out what we're doing here. Yeah, 1,500 feet is good. Let's put in a notch of flaps. That's what we like to call approach flaps. And let's head this away. I can't believe Magna PI, Chris Loach. I can't believe how many people we've got on this stream. It's awesome. And I've still got realistic turbulence on, and I think it's actually pretty good. You have found the windmill. Awesome. Take a picture of it if you can. Yeah, Mike, the BN2 is an awesome airplane. It really is. If I had to pick one airplane to fly in the sim, like for the rest of my sim existence, I'm pretty sure it would be the BN2. Pretty sure it would be a good old Islander. It's a pretty versatile airplane. Crab Hill. Well, I gotta say, like the Baron's a pretty good. The Baron's a pretty good all-rounder too. And that's the cool thing about this sim is you could literally buy nothing. Just buy the sim and fly the sim with no add-ons, and you'd be perfectly fine. That was me trying to clear my throat. Don't know if it worked. Bye, Sean. Boy. Alright. So we're getting here. Should be a quick flight back to, relatively quick flight back. We'll get a little bit of a tailwind on the way over. On the way over to St. Vincent. Let's see here. Where am I? On the, oh, okay. That can't be. I find it hard to believe that can't be where I am. Is it? I find that hard to believe. Because that's where I was about 10 minutes ago when I looked. Huh? Alright, well. I'm skimming it over here. I like how the buildings now, after World Update 16, are more appropriate for the for the area, you know. Been testing out passwords for the past 15 minutes and can't log into my Discord account. Oh, shit. That's good. We'll be here. We're gonna be here for a bit. So yeah, my ground speed is 109 knots, which is why I am going nowhere fast. That's okay. We can get a look at. We can get a look at Barbados a little bit. The P212. That's another plane that people say is pretty cool. I think I'm pretty much straight ahead right into the airport here. So there's Enzer in the 414. That was another plane I thought about flying today. That's awesome. Hey, we got traffic. We got closing traffic on the right hand side. Captain JJ. Let's see. I'm thinking back to like the planes that I was looking forward to when the sim first came out, and the Baron was one of them. The TBM was definitely one of them. Man, it's gonna take me all day to get over here. And I'm just like descending and descending and descending. Alright. I'll get there eventually, guys. I'll get there eventually. But that's one of the cool things about this plane. You can slow it right down. 105 knots. This is like 105 knots is like a fast 152. See that realistic turbulence doing its thing. I think the realistic turbulence has changed. I don't know if you guys agree. To me, it seems a lot more realistic. It really does. Before it used to be, I know, before realistic turbulence was like ridiculous, but now I think it's actually pretty good. This is not how to approach an airport, by the way, but that's alright. Alright, what's 3 times 8 is 24, so we'll go and call it 98 for approach speed. Seems pretty good. Let's see what Enzer's got on the approach. There's UN. Alright, we'll go mixtures and props full forward. We'll go fuel pumps on. But see what I mean? Like the buildings are now more appropriate, which is pretty cool. And we'll bring down that next notch of flaps. Let's keep an eye on the speed. There is a lot of turbulence in this area because it's so hot. You know? Heat. Oy, oy, oy. Heat begets turbulence. 95. I don't want to get too much slower than this. Alright, this is not real good, but there's our middle marker. Alright. Let's see how we can land this plane. 19 knot headwind. It's way too twitchy. Like way too twitchy. Yeah, I mean, I'm not blaming it on the plane, but the controls are like nuts. I'm gonna have to check lean the mixtures here. I need to check the controls. Hey UN, it's been awesome, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the effort to go back and find Kamal's place. All right, I'm gonna go over to the GA ramp here. And no, let's go over to the big ramp. Got a bunch of people over here. So for you, those of you who have the freeware version of this airport, it's one of the best freeware airports in the sim. It's done by a guy, Check 999. Yeah, Mike, it's weird. So I have a whatchamacallit, an add-on installed, like a realism mod installed, but I've never used it. Well, I mean, I haven't used it. I haven't flown this airplane in forever, so I don't know how realistic the realism mod is. But that didn't feel real realistic. So let's bring it around here. We'll go pull up next to Enzer here. And then I'm going to check my, let's see, mixture's lean. Bring the flaps up. Fuel pumps off. Let's open the cowl flaps. I forgot about that before. Cowl flaps open. Alright, now let me pull up over here. I'm going to see real quick if, I don't know what my controls are. Look at the brakes even. Let's see here. I don't know how my controls are set. It should be the same as for the Islander. Nope. How is that? Let's. Huh? You notice how like nothing's moving? Oh wait, you know what? Maybe I just clicked on the Bravo. All right. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Let's try 40. Let's try 40. Turning was all right. Let's go 25 and 25. And let's see if that doesn't help us here a little bit. And my rudder pedals were ridiculously sensitive too. I mean, ridiculously sensitive. I don't know how much less. You can use extremity dead zone to fix this, but the problem with doing that is that it takes away some of your control range. So I've been trying to figure out. Let me set this to 30 and 30. And let's set reactivity to 95 and 95. And then we'll go fly and we'll see how this works. All right. Apply and save. And we're back. Come on, there's an Xbox version of this game, which is pretty awesome. Wilbur, nice, that's awesome. All right, Jim Bridgman is airborne. That's an awesome. That's an airplane that I never thought of using, and I should have thought of using it. All right, so let's try now. Let's try. We're gonna drive straight through this bridge. Let's try flying. And these trucks are gonna drive me nuts. Let's try this, and we'll see if this isn't a little better. There's Barista Flyer coming in. Now I'm gonna have to remember how to. Let's go direct. Let's go direct. Here's where you're gonna figure out I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, I believe that, Buckman, totally. I do believe that. So yeah, no. That's still pretty... So why can't I change this at all? Okay. Never mind. Let's try it over here. Let's go direct. I have to select it. Let's see here. Okay. We're gonna go here from Charlie. One of my neighbors is barbecuing and it smells good. Yeah, I still think everything is way too twitchy. But let's see here. Airport, the next airport is Tango Victor Sierra Alpha. Let's see here. Tango. There we go. Victor Sierra. I have to say, I mean, as advanced as this plane is, I find the Islander more entertaining to fly. I really do. Alright, so let me check the altimeter setting here real quick. Altimeter setting is still 1013. Alright, so what we got? Is everybody ready? Everybody's probably waiting for me. Alright, mixtures and props full forward. Let's go notch flaps. And let's see if we can take off in this airplane reasonably well. Lights are all on. Look at that windsock, stiff as can be. Alright. There's going to be a right downwind departure. Heading of 290. Captain JJ is off. Magnum PI is off. Alright. Mixtures props full forward. Heading indicator checks with the runway number. Takeoff power is coming in. That was a pretty big pause right there. Airspeed's alive. It's a little bit easier to hold it on center line. 70 knots. Jeez. Oh, it's still super twitchy. Still super twitchy. That is a sight for sore eyes right there. That's the plane I should be flying. How about 25? Come props back to 25. And let's get out of here. Alright, now let's have a look here. Look at this. Hans Boone and the Islander. You guys are killing me. I wish I was in the Islander. I should have just stuck to my guns. There's 1,000 feet. We'll turn the fuel pumps off. And I'm the one who's always saying that like 20 knots in an airplane doesn't make any difference. So I basically fell victim to my own. What is it? Oh, that's the Savage Cub. No way. That is a cool airplane. We'll bring the flaps up. Yeah, I should have flown the Islander. We'll go 4,500 on this leg. I'm wondering why I'm going so slow. You're going so slow because you're an idiot. Alright, here we go. Let's go cowl flaps closed. Well, I should be so hard on myself. I'm not an idiot, but I certainly Could have done better. Alright. So we'll go 4,500 on this leg over to 45 minutes. There's no way it's going to take that long. There's no way it's going to take that long. We got a 20 knot tailwind. Whoopsie. No. Don't you get testy with me. Alright. Alright. No. Alright. So, have I done anything stupid yet? Not yet. We power up just a little bit more. Alright. Direct is 289. Get ourselves back. Oh, come on. Alright, find the 414. Nice, Wilbur. That's such a cool plane. I feel like I took, I was worried to fly the DA-18 because I didn't want to have like the engines quit in the middle of the flight or something stupid, because it's not good on a stream to have that happen. And I was trying to think of something else interesting to fly. I think I'm gonna go up to 6,500. I was trying to think of something else interesting to fly. Not that the Baron isn't interesting, but I don't know. I just feel like I took the safe route today on this flight, and I'm not enjoying the plane as much as I enjoy the Islander. I'm just not. So let's go engine, let's go lean assist. Alright. And let's start leaning it out. So 52 climbing 6,500. I think I'm like pretty nose up right now. Captain J Hunter. Alright, 295. Let's keep leaning those mixtures. Let's keep leaning those mixtures. And coming back. There's full power. There's 6,500 feet. Alright, are they still going up? They're still going up. And we're leaning. Still going up. Can't go too much longer. Yep, there they go. So what was peak? Peak was about 1570, 1575. So what we're gonna do is push the mixtures forward. We're looking for about 1520. looks pretty good. Turn that off. Turn that off. Alright. So, and this is another thing that happens. When you get obsessed with looking at one thing, you get lost looking at other things. So I was obsessing over my altitude and not paying attention to my heading. Fairly typical. Alright, so 289 is what we're looking for on a heading. And that's a bit more like it, 23 minutes. That's a bit more like it. So, there we go. Got Hans down there and the old Islander. Next time I'm sticking to my guns, flying the Islander. Next time I'm sticking to my guns. Lawnmower is a hella overheating. Yeah. Look at, I mean, it is a pretty looking plane. It is a pretty looking plane. And what a crew. Look at this. That is awesome. Fuck, man. Terry 191 in the 748. The Boeing 748. He's a man after UN's heart. Alright, I gotta start. Alright, trim it out here. And this plane couldn't make it any easier to do what I'm trying to do. And I can't even do it. So let's see who gets there how much ahead of the other, me or Hans Boone. Because he's flying the plane I wanted to fly. And I flew this plane because it was going to be fast enough, quote unquote. And I bet you that it's not going to make a dime's bit of difference. Yeah, Hans, it is beautiful. Like dusk flying, like evening flying in the Caribbean is absolutely awesome. Dusk flying anywhere is absolutely awesome. A little bit more trim here. And there we go. Hans, what's your ground speed if you can read it? I'm making 215 knots. You're not making that, but you're not doing too bad. All right. Let's see here. It's looking pretty good, I have to say. Such a cool airplane. It really is. Doing 146. All right, so I've got you by 55 and 15, 70 knots. Yeah. Shaking all the bolts. TGPY. We are gonna fly to TGPY. That is on the way. That is on the agenda. Fluff scripts for sure. Maurice Bishop International Airport in. It's one of my favorite airports. Fluff scripts. I love that airport. And we're not too far from that either. We're gonna be doing the Grenadines. So the airport that Fluff Scripts is talking about is this one right here. This one right here. Scott Kelly, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, dude, you know what? That is much appreciated, Scott. Thank you so much. And that will go towards a pint. That will go towards a pint, my friend. Thanks so much. And we will keep on doing what we're doing. And thank you again. I really appreciate that. It's awesome. And you live there, Fluffscapes. It's amazing. So, let's get rid of some fuel doing 149. Anyway, Scott, you should join us on one of these flights sometimes if you get a chance. If you want to hop into Discord, we plan these. We fly usually Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. So if you're ever around, please feel free to join up, man. I appreciate it. Let's see here. So TGPY is this airport right here. And what we're gonna do on the next, as a matter of fact, we're probably gonna get there on the next flight, actually, because we're gonna go here, 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 and then right on over there. So, this almost brings a tear to my eye when I'm right at the altitude that I want to be at, 6480. Makes me feel so good. It would feel even better if I was on on my extended course, but I'm not. All right, TVSA 040 at 12 knots. All right, and that's runway 04 if I remember correctly. So let's see here. Little nav map. Little nav map is amazing, and I don't even know like the first thing about what you can do with it. Winds are 040 at 12, temperature 29, dew point 26, altimeter 1014. So, and there is Fort Charlotte and St. Vincent. I think we saw that. We did that. Fairly certain. I'm fairly certain. Which is just over in Kingstown, St. Vincent. So, let's see. 350. Hey Scott, don't thank me, dude. If it wasn't for you guys, I'd just be sitting here talking to myself. So I really appreciate it, and you're welcome anytime, my friend. I gotta start posting the flights a little bit more in advance so that people have an idea and can plan for it. I mean, like the people who are regularly on the flights, they know when they are, but I don't really do much in the way of like making it easy for anybody else to figure out when we're flying. Look at that, 6,500 feet on the nose. If I was on the airway, it'd be even better. Oh well. Oh no, Hans. Oh man, that's crazy. That happens with some regularity, which is kind of crazy. Man, I gotta I gotta Google that now and see if I can find it. That's sad. Jeez. Yeah. Fall. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, Magnum. That's what we look for. That's what we look for. You know, we just like to. I mean, I was kind of not worried that this was going to be a boring flight, but I was kind of thinking this wasn't going to be one of the most exciting. Yeah, Hans or Bob. I mean, that's freaking crazy. But I was kind of worried that this would be one of the lesser interesting flights, just because I didn't want to miss out on on Barbados. But at the same time, it's a lot of blue. You know, this is live weather, but not real environment X, and it looks pretty good, I have to say. Look at this, guys. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. It's so cool to see everybody. Oh man. Yes, they don't really know what happened, it seems like. That's crazy. I mean, that's the thing that always gets me is like that poor guy was probably like, thinking about the stuff that everybody else thinks about every day. Bills and his kids and all the crap of everyday life, and then he walks into an airplane engine, and that's the end of that. It's crazy how life works. JJ 180. I almost thought about doing the DA 42. Almost thought about doing the DA 42 actually for this flight. I'm gonna get that needle centered. And I'm gonna get that needle centered, and I will be at my exact altitude and on my exact course, hand flying. Now that's something to be kind of proud of. Let's see, how far out are we? We're 40 miles out. So we're not on, this isn't the VOR, but 49, at 30 miles out, one dot off, we would be a quarter of a mile off our course. No, half a mile off our course at 30 miles. Because a mile, or at 60 nautical miles, you would be 1 mile off your course. I wouldn't be surprised if the DA42's got a mod on flightsim.to. I really wouldn't be. I'm even going to check. Oop. Let's see, we're almost on our course. It's pretty soon I'm going to have to start descending here. Oh, that's the Cows DA42. So that isn't moddable, I guess you would say. Well, I mean it is, but what's the point of modding a plane that somebody's done an in-depth rendition of, Look at this. All right, so let's get ourselves over here. Gotta drop 60 feet, and then we will be on altitude and on course, hand flying. That's a cool feeling. Oops. Oopsie. That sounds like a cool plane. Sounds like a cool plane. Alright, there is... Nope, nope, nope. Come on. Come left. Come left. No, no, no. Everyone disappeared. Did you lose connection? No, you couldn't have lost connection. Oh no, okay, same thing just happened to me, but now everybody's popping back in. I'm guessing that's like a Microsoft. That's a Microsoft streaming thing. My problem, JJ, is that I just have I just don't have someone. I just don't have enough time to try all the different planes that I'd like to try. All right, we are 8 miles out, or 8 minutes out. We've got 55. Let's call it 5,000 feet to lose in 8 minutes. So call it. Oops. Call it 1,000 feet a minute ish. Call it 1,000. Oh, I would absolutely love it. I have no doubt about that. Just I just don't have enough time really to fly the different things that I'd love to fly. And I've got the DH7. That's cool. And I've got another plane review. Yeah, Hans, you're right. I've got another aircraft review video that I have to do. And I don't even have time to do that. And it's a great plane, and you guys are going to love it. You guys already love it. I know you do. 1014 is the altimeter. That's good. So, and we've got, I believe, runway 04. We do. All right. 1,100 feet a minute. Let's see if, yeah, that's just right. I think if I ever got elected president, that'd be like the first thing I would do. I'd be like, all right, tell me about the aliens, please. That's probably not the first thing I would do. Cool, JJ, I will. I will do that. You know, like I said, I would love to have it. I just, it's for me, it's just a matter of time. Because I don't like, I like getting a good handle on the planes that I fly. You know, I don't like to just kind of wing it, even though I'm doing exactly that with this airplane. But so like if I get an airplane, I like to really learn it, you know, and that kind of makes it a little bit limiting. Carbon Owl. I wonder where he's going. I wonder why my airplane keeps turning right. It's the other thing about the Islander. The trim is so nice. The rudder trim is so nice. Yeah, it probably is pretty simple, JJ. I don't doubt that. It's a cool plane. It's another. I like the diamonds. I like the diamonds in general. That's another plane I wouldn't mind owning. The carbon fiber, nice and light. So these are the islands that we're gonna be going to. Look at this. Not everybody's flying with us, but a lot of people are. I guess Carbon Owl is the only one who's not. Look at this. This is amazing. Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, I've done one flight in the Duke, and you do have to learn it. I'm gonna pull the nose up just a little bit here. So these are all the islands we're going to next. Doink, 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 and we'll wind up down there. That's gonna be an awesome flight. That makes sense. That makes sense. Let's see here. Yeah, we're basically almost on a 45 right now. Magnum PI and the PI and the P212. Alright. Yeah, I gotta start shallowing this out here a little bit. It worked out well though, time and speed wise, like hour and a half, pretty much right on the nose. Right base. Yeah, it'd be right traffic pattern just because of the mountains. Alright. I'll go visual here. Mixtures full forward. That's funny. Mike doesn't like diamonds. Probably because it's not Canadian. That's probably why you don't like it. There's no Canadian parts. There's no Canadian engines. That's probably what it is. Alright, so once we get down to 154, which we're not going to do if we keep descending. Once we get down to 154, we'll put some flaps in. I don't want to be climbing either. There's 154. Approach flaps. Alright. We have a Katana. That is Canadian, I'm pretty sure. It's another one of my favorite airports. Look how cool that island looks. There's Mystique over there right off the wingtip. Alright. It's another really cool airport. Okay, so perfect downwind entry. Well, not perfect, but pretty close. What would be a perfect downwind entry? 040. Perfect downwind entry would be 22 minus 45. Plus 45. So 265 would be a perfect downwind entry. Be about right here. So we'll go. Yeah, it's still way too twitchy. That's my excuse for why my landing is going to be terrible. Alright, we'll go gear down. We'll go flaps. I'm looking for 220. Go props full forward. We'll go fuel pumps on. And we'll go nose down into the water, apparently, too. There is a beam that numbers at 1,000 feet. Yeah, this is not pretty. This is not pretty. And we got Enzer Gums coming in the 414. That's a little better. Got Magna PI getting ready to set it down. There's 45. We've seen that Maria AB DHC7 on a couple of our flights before, and I don't know who it is. Alright, we'll bring some power in. Don't want to send too much right now. I have a feeling I am going to overshoot this runway because I am. That's not good. That is not good. How to stall an airplane by Island Sim Pilot. Alright. There's one white. Let's bring some power in, level off. Till we get some white lights here. Airspeed's alright. What did I say? 98 knots about. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's try to make this somewhat respectable. If we can. Alright, speed's okay. We're long. At least we're on center line. Alright, power coming out. Nah, see, it's still way too twitchy. That was a decent touchdown, but let's see here. Where's Jim? I'm gonna lean the mixtures. I'm gonna come right over here next to Enzer. Alright, we'll go fuel pumps off. Flaps up. Gotta make sure I'm putting the flaps up and not the not the gear. That would be unfortunate. Yeah, everything is too twitchy about this airplane. Everything. I just missed the Islander. That is good. It's good that I missed it. I mean, my touchdown was okay, but this airplane is way too twitchy in every respect. Alright, we'll bring it up here next to Enzer. Let's see here. Alright. Not too bad. And we'll go mixtures to idle, cutoff, throttles are idle, fuel pumps are off, lights coming off, avionics master coming off. We'll go mags off, and we'll go master and battery switches off. I think we're pretty much set. I don't think you can open the doors because it's a stock plane, which is kind of a disappointment, really. I don't think this side has a door. Can't open that. Okay, so we'll just sit here. We'll just sit here, and we're gonna do some. We're gonna do some people watching here. All right. I'm gonna adjust my seat here. Okay, we got Magna PI. I thought Magna PI was already on the ground. We got Hans Boom, we got Buckman coming in. Oh, you know what? I bet you there's people taxiing that we're just using different sceneries. But we got Captain J Hunter coming in. We got Carbonell coming in. No, we don't have Carbonell coming in. Carbonell is going somewhere else. So, We got Captain JJ. Parched Booch. That is an interesting screen name. Yeah, I think all the people who are up here at like 254 feet, everybody's just on a different scenery. It's probably Jim's probably on a different scenery too. All right, we got Captain JJ Hunter coming in. We got Hans Boone coming in. See what I mean? I was talking about how much faster this. It's such a great example. So I was making 215 knots. Hans was making 145. How long have I been here? 3 minutes, and he's landing. It's no difference. It's no difference at all. It really isn't if you think about it. Yeah, JJ, that's the freeware scenery. I've got the Payware scenery installed. I have all of these islands. Mark Carter, what's going on? SID conference in Antigua. I'm gonna look that up. I love looking stuff up. Whoopsie. Let's spell Antigua correctly here. And Magnum PI. That's a nice looking landing right there. We got Chris Loach coming in. Chris Loach greased it. Buckman greased it. Captain J Hunter. Oh, nice. Mike Coffee. Is this you right here, Mike? Because I think whoever's here is so close that I can't see what their tag is, their name tag. Mark, that's pretty cool stuff. Sustainable. That's really cool. I'm gonna look that up, Mike. Or Mark, rather. I did look it up. Now I'm gonna look at it after we get off the stream. Captain J Hunter, come on, baby. Come on, Wilbur, grease it. He greased it. He greased it. You are the Winair livery, my friend. Captain J Hunter greased it. Alright, let's see here. Today's the last day. It was 3 days. Gosh. What a beautiful place. I am going to look through that, Mark, because that's pretty interesting stuff. My cousin and his wife went to Antigua on their honeymoon a couple of years ago, and they thought it was absolutely, or not a couple of years ago, a year ago, and they were, no, a year and a half ago, and they were absolutely blown away, and they're going back. They loved it. So, gentlemen, we have arrived. There's Buckman pulling up. Magnum PI is here. Yeah, it's definitely not the P212. Yeah, it doesn't, Enzo, I don't understand, because there's no reason why the sceneries should have different elevations. You know? It doesn't make any sense. I've never really understood it. The airport elevation is the airport elevation. But man, I've got all kinds of cool stuff to check out now. We've got the Small Island Sustainability Conference in Barbuda, which is awesome. That is some cool stuff. I got to look at the DA42 again. I've looked at it before, but I need to look at it again. Look at some poor sap who got sucked into an airplane engine. That is just awful. And um, we had some great new faces along on this one as well, which is really cool stuff. Um, oh, okay, Chris. Interesting. Yeah, I've never understood. Yeah, and Bob, you're right. It's not like it's 10 feet different. It's a lot different. It's like that's more than a little bit. You know, that's another airplane that I want to spend. I would love to spend some time learning how to fly because it's such a cool plane. That and the what was I just thinking of? That and the I wish I could spend more time flying that and more time flying the TBM, but it is what it is. I've got my airline flight. I haven't flown for Caribbean Airlines in an embarrassingly long amount of time, but it is what it is. But anyway, this is a cool airport too. This is a cool Payware airport, and it's always we can't really see the sunset, but it's always so beautiful. Sunset in the islands. So, gentlemen, I'm so glad we got to fly again today. It's funny how like a week off seems like forever, you know. But what's today? Wednesday. Today's Wednesday already, and no, I have not tried the Bronco. Um, that's the OV10, the North American OV10. That's a weird airplane. That's a that's a strange airplane. Yeah, it could be, Mike. It's just so well balanced, that airplane, the Islander. Um, but yeah, guys, it was a good time, and I would love to fly again Friday. So I will try to. Yeah, Enzer, it does. It really does. You, I totally agree. I literally haven't flown since the last time we flew on Wednesday. Haven't flown at all, which stinks. Um, but flying with you guys today was a blast. So thanks everybody for coming out. Really, really appreciate it. And I'm gonna post some of those awesome pictures in the Discord. If you guys have any pictures, post away. Peter, it was a pleasure having you as always. And I am way behind on my Discord messages. I gotta check out and read what you sent over, my friend. Buckman, always. Yeah, I need to get checked out in the Duke. The Duke, I'm telling you. So the next flight we're going to do is down the Grenadine Islands, and Mustique is a challenge. It's not much of a challenge, well, not as much of a challenge in the Islander, but trying to land the Duke at Mustique, now that would be tough. Chris, I don't know. So the the developer who did the Islander also did the Shorts 300, which is similar to the Shorts any build Skyvan thing. Like I think they're just basically different setups of the same airplane. I think one of them is for sky, like essentially cargo and skydiving, and the other one is passengers. But the Skyvan is an interesting plane. It's ugly as sin. It really is, but it's an interesting airplane. Yeah. Hey Wilbur, it's great to have you for the second leg. Awesome. And Bob, I couldn't agree more. It's good to have the band back together. Hopefully next time you'll be able to join us. Work is the curse of the flying class, you know? It really is. I was extra focused today to make sure I got all my crap done so I could be here on time and be settled in and ready. Awesome, Wilbur. So what I'll do is uh, check the time the most important thing is what time Mrs. Island Sim Pilot is going to be home on Friday, and then I can schedule my day a little bit better. Um, but gentlemen, I will leave it at that. Magnum, yeah, the P-2012. That's a cool plane too. It's another plane that I would love to fly, but I just don't have time. Um, so guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Good 2 hours today, making up some time, covering some distance, and thanks for making it a good time. Hans, thank you, and Peter, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Um, and yeah, Bob and Magnum and Wilbur and Buckman, Bob, Enzer, Chris, Matey, you guys are the best. Appreciate it. Mike, thanks for showing us the skills today in the old BN2 or the old DA42. I think that's what you were flying, right? And no, you were flying the Islander. You were flying the Islander. You're right there. Well, you were right there. Um, and Mark, thank you for dropping by. JJ, appreciate it. And who else stopped in? We had some more people. Chris Loach, thank you, sir. And let's see. I gotta go back. Wilhelm von Farfignugen. He enjoys driving. Thank you for dropping in. Fluff Scripts, appreciate it. Good to see you. Scott Kelly, you're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And UN is gone, but thank you to UN. Geez, Jamie, I missed your message probably. I missed your message earlier, Jamie. I didn't see it. I genuinely apologize. Um, hopefully, I'll catch up with you in Discord. And Kamal, thank you for joining in as well. And gentlemen, everybody have a great rest of your day. Have a nice evening. And tot de volgende. And we will see each other in a couple days. Jim, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Good to see you as well.